It's the Jen Show.
All right, today, somebody I am very excited to interview. I've been trying to make this happen for quite some time. She is a very successful personal trainer, a part of the Savannah Bananas on the firefighters team, and a real-life American Gladiator.
Yep.
It is Abigail Lay. Welcome to the Jen Show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you very much for coming. This is, I've been excited to have you. And, okay, so people that say, like, hashtags do not do anything anymore. That is how I found out that you existed.
Hashtags do a lot. Yeah.
Because literally when I was looking for people to interview at the beginning of this, that is where I started, and you were one of the people. I was like, American Gladiators, and you had that on your Instagram before the show even came out.
Yeah.
And I thought, either this girl is tripping, kind of saying something weird, or that's a cool story. Turns out it was real.
Yeah, it's real. It's
real. So when I first was doing this podcast, I would always start in linear order. I would start where were you born? But we're going to come to this American Gladiator stuff very quickly. I do want to know, though, where are you from? Give me a short, if I typed into ChatGPT, give me a 1-minute backstory. What would that be?
So I was born in Florida, raised in Virginia, moved here at a young age, went to school in Nixa, grew up in Nixa, then I moved to Springfield when I was older, and that's about it.
Okay. That's really, when I ask people that question, I normally get about 5 to 10 minutes of an answer, so that was very, very efficient.
Oh, I'm efficient.
Okay, so I said I was going to go straight to American Gladiators, but I'm actually going to go to, how long have you been a personal trainer?
5 years.
5 years. 5
years now, yep.
That seems like a very hard job. My wife and I talk about that a lot.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's great also.
I know. Well, I'm going to get to that too, because my wife has met you.
She's awesome. But personal trainer, it's my dream job. So to me, it can be demanding, but it's what I love. So, they say you work and do what you love. You don't work a day in your life. That's what personal training is for me. So to me, it comes very naturally. So it's definitely not a hard job for me, at least, but I love it.
I do get that. Personal training isn't a job. My wife's a photographer. I'm a DJ. Personal training fits in the same world as far as you have some people that really value it, and then you have some people that say well, I can push play on a CD player too. I have a camera on my phone, and it, some people value it, some people don't. I think those industries are a challenge because of that. Yeah,
you have to build yourself and separate yourself in a way that someone else doesn't have. You have to give something that nobody else gives.
Well, and you have some really good accolades right now, and I guarantee you that helps a lot. So, my wife from Hot Works.
Yeah.
You're a member there.
Yeah.
What do you think of that place? Pretty
cool?
I
love it. I love Hot Works. I tell everybody about it all the time. Yeah, they actually brought me in as an affiliate there. So when I first came in, I was going to get a membership, and then they reached out to me, and I was like, it's kind of funny because my Gladiator name in the Hot Works kind of mesh. So I'm like, yeah, I'll be an affiliate. This is fun.
I had not actually put that together. That's true. They definitely go together well.
Yeah, it's super cool.
So what does that mean when you're an affiliate or a partner or whatever?
So I pretty much go in, and they give me a membership for free, and I do content for them. So I'll go in and record content of myself being in there. I'll post, pretty much just have to post a certain amount of times a month or a week or a year, whatever they state in the contract.
So we've been trying to set this up for a while, and when my wife said that you came in, I was like, well, you got to just make sure she does my podcast.
Yeah.
So she's a really good helper in that way.
Yeah.
I've had her track down other people for me as well.
Yeah.
When I first started doing this, I decided I'm going to be shameless. If I have to write somebody 5 times, I'm going to. Because that naturally does not come easy to me. Normally it's I don't hear back from a person, and because on social media, it's impossible to write back to everything. It just, or at least daily to do it, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard to stay up. So but it's one of those things where when somebody does it to you, you're like, I cannot believe it. And then you think objectively, and you're like, I do this to people all the time.
Yeah.
So I decided early that I was going to just do what I needed to do. Wow, your boots are fire.
Yeah.
So it all is.
They actually have a good story behind them.
Let's hear it.
So I got them when I was young, like 16, at an antique shop. Yeah.
Whoa!
At
That
an
is
antique
wild.
shop. The only pair of its kind, like they were already worn in and everything. And I've had them forever, and they've just fit in my life. I did firefighting when I was younger, like after I got the boots, firefighting. And now I'm Blaze and American Gladiators, and then I'm also part of the firefighters team, so I'm like, yeah, these boots were meant for me, so I wear them all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It is. I'm so interested in multiple of these things that it's hard for me to know where to start, but I'm just going to go to American Gladiators because the question I've been dying to ask you is, how did they find you here in Springfield, Missouri?
So I actually asked the lady that found me, I said, how did you find me?
Okay, so they did.
Yeah, they found me on social media, and I was like, I thought it was a prank. I legit thought it was a prank. I was like, no, this is fake. And then she's like, no, this is real. Then we set up a Zoom call, and I was like, okay, well, how'd you find me? And she's like, we just searched up like tall, athletic women, and you came up. And I was like, wow. And this was before I had a big following. I had like 7,000 followers maybe. And this was before I built any type of following. So it was just like so random and crazy.
That is, wow.
Yeah.
That's honestly about, I thought it would nearly have to be that story. Because I'm like, how would she have known? Like, I was like, even if there was like a casting call in LA, how would you have found that? Like,
yeah, well, some people have found a casting call on like YouTube and stuff. Like one of our guys found a casting call on YouTube and applied, and he was actually the second combine with me. And I asked him, I was like, how'd you get on? And he's like, oh, I applied from YouTube. And I was like, what? I was like, I didn't even know there was like, I don't have an agent. I don't have any casting, anything. I'm like, I just random.
You know, when it's very hard to tell height on social media. Mm-hmm. You can with some people and you can't with others.
Yeah.
But I figured you must be tall because of that. I had to figure that was something they were looking for as well.
Yep.
And then I've watched it now and I could tell.
Yeah.
That is nuts.
Yeah.
That is really, so what was the vibe of what was written to you at first?
It was just like, hey, I'm a casting agent for American Gladiators. Would you be interested? And I was like, what are you talking about?
So
I was like, I have no idea what's going on.
That straight to the point.
Yeah. And I was like, can you explain it to me? Because like I'm young. I had no idea what American Gladiators was.
Okay, so you did truly have no idea.
No idea. Wow. I hate admitting that, but I literally had no idea.
Well, I don't think the show even made it into the O's, did it? I mean, I think it was 90s.
Yeah, 90s. And they did another one, 2007, 2008.
Okay.
But I didn't know about it.
Like a bad revamp. Yeah, I didn't either. Bad. So it must have been bad.
I sure did watch a couple episodes, and I was like, oh, Lord, that was bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
They did. I think they've started as an industry in general, because they've been remaking everything for the last, probably about since COVID, just Happy Gilmore 2, like they just re-kicked the same series out. I think they've learned a little bit now because they've been doing that for a while, but I feel like recently they've gotten better.
Yeah.
Like if we're going to reuse this brand, we need to at least do something with it.
Much better. I feel like they pulled a lot from the 90s and then pulled it back into what we just redid, which I love because I love the show from the 90s, but I think 2007 was too much sob story. So now it's like, it's good. Yeah. Like there's enough like muscle and just like crazy stuff mixed with a little bit of like contender story, but mostly like beating people up, which is what America wants to see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where was it filmed?
I guess it's released now, so I can talk about it. But France. We were in France.
What?
Yeah, I lived in France.
I just assumed you were going to say LA to the point that I nearly didn't even ask that question.
No. Yeah, I lived in France for a month. We filmed for a month.
That was going to be my next question. So
yeah.
In France, why?
So I don't know if I'm supposed to talk about this, but the French did a French Gladiators. So there was already a set built there, and there was no set built here. So they just flew us all over there and used the set.
I got the inside scoop that gets you fired.
The inside scoop.
They're like, I can't believe he told us in France.
I think they released it. I feel
that's probably okay.
Yeah.
I don't really know why that would be that big of a secret.
I don't know.
that is wild. Mm-hmm. I was not expecting that.
No, I didn't
all.
either. I was like, oh, I'm going to live in France for a month. Interesting.
Okay, so did you get to pick your name or did they pick it?
It was kind of mutual. We did a whole list of names, and
What were some of the bad ones? Can you tell that?
you want to know?
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to know the one they tried to get me to do?
Please.
Hazard.
Oh, that's bad.
I was like, you're kidding.
They're
like, it's perfect because you live in Tornado Alley and it's like a hazard. I'm like, you're
That
joking.
is wild.
And they're like, what do you think about Blaze? I was like, yeah.
That's good.
I was like, I'm not Hazard.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, you got to be real careful with that nickname stuff because it's like, here I am 10 years later, calling this the Jen Show, and I hated that name. I mean, I still don't love it, but I'm like, if I spent all this time developing this name, I should just keep it.
Mm-hmm.
But truly, when somebody said, this is what you should be called, I was like, really? And then we just went with it. Yeah, Blaze is a lot better than Hazard.
Hazard.
That's laughable.
I was like, you're kidding.
Okay. So that was the first one that they kind of said?
Yeah. They gave me
Okay.
a list and they're like, we really are pushing towards Hazard. I was like, I'm really not.
Yeah.
Actually.
I mean, I can get why they would do that, and it honestly makes me think of some of the past names. Was anybody named Laser this time?
Yes. Oh, no, not this time.
That
but
was an
that's
OG,
a past
right?
name.
Yeah, because that's to me what I think of when I think classic Gladiator. It's like
Gemini,
the old-
Gemini, Laser, Malibu, those are the three classic
Mm-hmm.
names. Yeah.
So you filmed a month for that. How long did you guys practice before you actually started filming, or did you?
So they gave us a packet of training, and it was our choice to do it or not. It was
Before you guys actually even went? Mm-hmm. Like the types of things to train?
yeah, getting us prepared for the events and stuff we had to do. There's really nothing you can do to prepare.
Well, yeah, I know,
but
that's why
you
it's kind of funny.
I know. So they gave us. We have trainers. 4 Gladiator trainers specifically. So our trainer comes from the UK for UK Gladiators, same trainer. And there's a 60-page packet that they gave us, and I was doing it every single day. It was 2 workouts a day every single day just to get your body prepped and prepared for the amount of
stuff hanging and
Yep. Grip strength.
Okay, that
a lot of bicep strength, speed. We had to do a lot of tackling, a lot of wrestling, so we had to be prepared for that.
had you done any of that stuff before?
Not really.
Yeah.
Not at all. I did
Well,
women's football league in high school for
I mean, that's
one
the thing
season.
is there's not even, when you get into that stuff, there's not even usually a women's league.
Yeah, and a lot of the other gladiators are wrestlers, pro wrestlers, and I had zero wrestling
who are
experience.
the ones that are pro wrestlers? I know the Miz is part of it, but he's the host, right?
He's the host. Yeah, and then
What's the other one that was also part of MTV?
what, the host?
No, that was another wrestler. I thought there was another person.
The Bull, he was on WWE.
Okay, gotcha.
And then
well, and then you had Fessy, who's from The Challenge.
yeah.
Which is never he's from Big Brother too. Wasn't the biggest fan of him. Not from Gladiators, just always thought he was a jerk.
That's what everyone says.
He's probably nice in
Fessy is
real life.
literally the nicest guy.
I swear that's always what happens.
Yeah, and Jesse too. He's from
Jesse, that's who I was trying to think
literally
of. I
the
love
nicest
him,
guy
though.
ever.
What was his catchphrase on Big Brother? Because he definitely had one. What's he called? Mr.
Spectacular.
Yes, that's it.
He was the nicest guy I've ever met.
I
honestly.
really believe that.
Yeah.
But it's interesting about Fessy because I feel like you hear that story a lot, though, that somebody that comes off as a jerk in reality TV is nice in real life.
He's awesome.
The thing that I say to my wife all the time about reality TV, and I have been a fan my entire life, is the worst thing you can be on reality TV is boring.
Yeah.
Any show ever, they're looking for excitement.
Yep.
And the other thing, too, I've always wondered if they tell people, and your show's not the perfect example of this, but they have to know going in that exactly your worst moment when you're shooting a reality TV show, that's what they're going to want on camera.
Yeah.
The less you want it to be filmed, the more they're going to want to film it.
Yeah.
Because exactly what would make you think, leave me alone, that's the best moment.
Yeah.
When you filmed it all, was there any linearness. I don't think that. Like, did you just film, and then just what came out was in whatever order, or was it actually shot by episode?
That is such a... So they would film by episode per day.
Okay.
But then as the episodes came out, it was like completely different to us.
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, maybe we read something wrong. We actually were like, this is like completely different of how we filmed it.
Well, what's funny is the reason I even asked that question is doing this show. It's because like I never realized how much you can just turn anything into anything, not changing like a question into an answer. It's just, I will make this whatever order seems best. It doesn't actually matter what happens in the recording.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of opened my eyes to the way things are filmed.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I'm glad I wrote down my questions because this stuff's all like so fascinating that I feel like I would have forgotten something. What would you say was the hardest part of it all? Of
Gladiators?
Mm-hmm. Stealing people's dreams. Okay.
Yeah, that was it. I would say I was not expecting like the long days of filming because I've never done anything like that before.
Like how long are we talking?
Like 12 hours sometimes, 6 days a week.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of a cliche, once again, of reality TV, of just like they're looking to get maximum out of what time they have.
Yeah. And we would have filmed on Sundays, but in France, it's like illegal to work on Sundays.
That's amazing.
I literally didn't even know that. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so the workers would never show up.
That's got to be some like fresh info right there for somebody. Mm-hmm. So I hope somebody's watching this and is like, wow, it's in France, and they're so excited.
Yeah.
How many followers have you gotten since it came out? Like, did you notice a huge boom on your social media?
No, because I've been like trying to build my platform since I got back from France, because a lot of my friends on the show are like big content creators and this big time people. Like I was the only one that was like, I have 7,000 followers.
Really?
I'm from Springfield.
Were you really like on that scale, like lowest?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that is pretty wild.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it.
There's
probably some contestants that were like...
Even they were like famous. Like content creator famous.
Like a diss. When I said that, I was just thinking like, wow, I never even actually considered that.
Yeah, it was crazy. So they like helped me understand like more of like algorithm of like and how important it is of like content creation. So when I got home, I just like went balls to the wall on...
Oh, they probably did, because that's advantageous for them, for you to just be, wow. So they essentially coached you on social media.
Yeah, specifically my best friend Sydney from the show, it's Huntress. Me and her are like super tight, but she showed me like all of the tips and tricks and helped me with like filming content and how to use my camera properly and just like how to do everything, because I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing.
So what do you think's the most important social media?
Like platform? To me, Instagram.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah, it's the hardest one to build, and you get like way more respect and way more like just like people reaching out if you have a built Instagram.
That's what I feel as well. Like TikTok, you know, the cliche of TikTok being the youngest demo, Instagram, Facebook is true for sure.
Yeah.
But it's just the Instagram to me, when I look for the overall, like how famous is not the right word, but like, just to use that word, Instagram would be probably where I would go to think, to kind of gauge that.
Yeah.
Because if somebody is like only famous on TikTok, or it kind of tells me what their content is immediately. Where Instagram, I think it has to be much more in the middle, like kind of accessible to everybody.
It has to be specific too. Like Instagram is so like touchy with like algorithm, like you have to be very specific in just like what you're posting, when you're posting, and like where you're posting.
What would be some tips you would have for Instagram?
Find your algorithm, find your niche, and be different than other people.
The niche thing is just...
And push content. Like even if you're tired and you don't want to, do it anyway.
I know.
It's gonna build you like crazy.
That's the hardest part of this whole thing to me, is that you have to be constant, and that will... I'm old enough that I've lived before social media, and there are wonderful things about both eras, but that to me is the one it's very hard to be present in modern culture if you're trying to have a social media following.
Yeah.
For like this, DJing, all of my things, it is advantageous for me to have a good social media, and it just being present in the moment, that a lot of times is what takes the hit because of that.
Yeah, you just gotta film.
Do you film first thing every day? Is that like how, or is it at the end of the day? Do you have just a straight routine?
No.
Okay.
I just like film whenever it's convenient. So, and sometimes I film when it's not convenient. So I usually first thing in the day, I mean, I start clients at 5 a.m. So I wake up at 4 a.m., get to the gym by 5, and I get done with training around 10 or 11. And then my algorithm hits around 1 to 3 p.m. So as long as I get content done before 1 p.m., I usually film content, edit, and then make my reel within an hour. It's like this. It's like fast.
Yeah, because you post a lot. You post, I would say, 5 to 10 stories a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
We truly have, this is like Krista Codell, you're on her schedule. I have literally the opposite schedule. I go to sleep about 4 a.m. every day.
Oh, really?
Truly a night owl. Like, I work in my studio, like I work on jingles. I work very regularly at like 2 a.m.
That's crazy.
And to me, the other is crazy. And I have been wired this way my entire life. Like, I just am a night owl. So hearing that 4 a.m., that's shocking to me. It makes sense, though, with your industry.
Yeah.
It really does.
I'm in bed in like 3 hours.
How many people do you train a day, usually? What's average?
I average around like 16 to 20 a day.
Oh, a day?
Yeah. I run group classes all day.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you're doing something right. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say maybe 6.
No.
I guess I just assumed it was like in 1 hour blocks, and I thought, you'd have a lunch break.
It's in 1 hour blocks, yeah.
But there's some like groups. Okay, that's what I didn't think of, because when you just said that, I was like, maybe they're 20-minute classes or something. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's really amazing. So you built all of your own brand in...
Yep. All my own.
So we talked about Fessy earlier. You should be on the challenge.
I should be on the challenge?
You would do that, right?
I've really never watched the challenge.
You've never watched the challenge?
Never.
You should. There's no way you wouldn't like it.
What is it?
It's
Give me a
basically
breakdown.
like, okay, so it was back in the day, Real World versus Road Rules. Okay, that was like, so from those shows, I mean, Real World doesn't even exist anymore, but they would take those characters. I would say it's like kind of a mixture of Survivor and American Gladiators. It's honestly like that, of like, you start out, some of them are team-based, some of them are individual-based, but they have these like crazy daily challenges that are usually, I would say some of them are endurance, some of them are, kind of who can take pain in certain ways. It would be stuff like hanging on something, or some of the challenges is like who can stay in this painful position the longest, or some of them are like, you have to carry a giant weight for 5 miles, and who can do this the fastest. There are all of these different games. And then at the end, it's for like $1 million or something like that.
Okay.
So it's like a mixture of politics, like Survivor, where somebody's getting voted into an end game where two people are playing against each other. You would like it.
Yeah. I probably would like it.
Sure.
Yeah.
You should be on it. Like, I'm telling you, you would be great on it.
I should. That sounds fun.
I'm trying to, I'm literally brainstorming in this moment, like, how to get you on that. Like, I feel like if you have an agent now, you need to tell them you want to be on it.
Okay. I don't have an
Because
agent.
a lot of times they take people, they did not used to, but now they take people from Survivor, Big Brother. They take people from other shows because you already have somewhat of a following. And I think there's one other person in your cast that was on the challenge. I don't think it was Jesse. Oh, it's The Miz. Yeah. He's on tons of them.
The Miz was on the challenge?
Yeah, he's on a bunch of them.
I didn't know that.
Like a lot. I would say 5, 6, 7, 8. He was like one in the first seasons even.
Yeah, I didn't know who The Miz was at all when I first met him.
Yeah, I only really knew of him because of the challenge, and then he was a wrestler, but I've never really been a big fan, but I always have kind of paid attention.
Yeah.
And then he was just in Tulsa one day, and I met him, and I thought he was really nice. He was just in a bar.
He's super nice.
Super nice.
Yeah.
Like, it shocked me.
Yeah.
Just like super humble and friendly.
Yeah, you would never know, like, he's super famous.
You would
if
never
you just
know.
like met him on the street.
Those are the best people. I love that.
I know, he's super nice.
So you should be on that for sure. I'm gonna try and make that happen.
Okay.
I mean, I
We'll
really
see what
can't.
happens.
But like, if I find some angle, I'm sending you a message because
That'd be crazy.
you would be amazing on that show.
Okay.
I kind of was hoping you had said they had already talked to you about it. So.
I wish.
I think
do.
it could happen.
I do want an in for more shows and stuff.
This could definitely happen. So you don't have like an agent. What do you know about? Is there a second season? Can you say anything about that? No, she cannot say anything about that.
I can't say anything.
I'm going
about
to take that as a yes, low key. But that's me saying that. That's not her saying that. But clearly there is. I can tell by that answer. So let's talk about Savannah Bananas.
Okay.
You're part of Firefighters.
Yeah.
Which we talked about it before the interview, but you said there's 6 teams that play against them.
5.
Okay. It may be 5. And
So I feel like I'm
6th.
missing somebody, but
Basically, Savannah Bananas, for people that haven't seen it or don't know what it is, I think what people normally say is it's like Harlem Globetrotters in a baseball.
Yep.
It's not exactly like that, but
Yeah.
the comparison makes sense.
Yeah.
So how did you become a part of that team?
So one of the guys I'm with on the team, so I'm technically a part of the cast. So I'm part of the entertainment for the firefighters. I'm not actually playing baseball.
Okay.
So I met one of the guys I work with on the firefighters when I was filming Gladiators.
Okay.
And he told the professor about me, and then the professor reached out to me, which is the guy that brings cast on for the Savannah Bananas. So technically professor messaged me because I met Mikey on Gladiators.
Okay, I thought they were in reverse order. I thought you were part of the other first. So that's really interesting that Gladiators what brought you to that. It was much better than I expected when we saw them in St. Louis. I had very low expectations.
It's so fun.
I was actually kind of annoyed to go.
It was so fun.
Yeah, it's really fun, actually.
It's so fun.
There's like a guy on stilts that, he wasn't part of the game I watched very much, but I mean, I think he like batted on stilts and then
He's a
like
pitcher.
ran the bases.
Yeah.
Okay, that was it. Yeah, that was wild.
Yeah.
And there was just... there's choreographed dancing, which once again, not something I normally find entertaining at all, but just everybody has a lot of personality.
Yeah.
And it's just, and the best part is it's actually a game.
Yeah.
Like there's actually rules and they actually play a
Yeah.
game. I thought it was going to be truly just like like a pretend baseball game,
No.
but it's not.
It's real.
And the detail that I liked the most is a foul ball, the crowd can catch it and it's actually an out.
Yeah.
That's such a great
Nobody
rule.
ever catches it. But
I know.
it makes me so mad every time. I'm like screaming, catch the ball, catch the
So
ball.
on Roku, Savannah Bananas is on the front page.
Yeah, Disney.
I just
and they're
watched
on Disney
a game.
Plus too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I just watched a game. I looked for you the other night. I only got to watch about 30 minutes, but I didn't see you in the game. But it was the Firefighters. That's on the
was
front
it?
page of my Roku.
Okay.
Life is weird. This is not the first time that somebody was going to be on here and then something just popped up where it's like, how did this find me?
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just always right there, but I'm like the coincidence of that is absolutely crazy. Okay, so you're part of that. What you said you're part of the calendar crew, is that what you call it?
Yep,
What
calendar
does that
crew.
exactly mean?
So the calendar crew is pretty much like named after the months in a year. So my name on Banana Ball is Miss April. So then the guys are like Mr. May and Mr. November and Mr. January. And so we're just named after the months of the year.
Gotcha. I like your necklace. I'm from Oklahoma, and that is
thank you.
very Oklahoma vibes
Yes.
right there.
Yep.
Big time. So you pulled up in the biggest truck that's ever been in my driveway.
Yeah.
We're talking, it's huge.
It's massive.
It is massive. Like
Yeah.
it would definitely be higher than my head at 6'3". It's what, 7-8 feet tall?
Yeah, probably about that because my head is level with the hood.
Yeah.
of the truck.
Okay, so yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Okay, that was my guess.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's
Yeah.
like a dually too, right? Or is it not?
It's a diesel.
Super Duty.
It's a
is
diesel.
That what it is?
It's a 3500.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So where did this love come from? That's very unique.
My truck. The truck love.
Sure. Truck love.
I've always loved cars and trucks. Like when I was younger, my first car I bought myself was a 2014 race red Mustang.
Okay.
And I started doing like street racing and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. And then as I got older, my second car I bought myself was a lifted Hummer. That was a Alpha edition.
That is amazing.
And then I got my lifted Chevy. And then I started going to truck shows. And then I just bought myself that for my birthday a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest one I've had so far. So
that was a good treat. I feel like you had a very successful year. The cool truck was a good purchase.
yes.
I really like cars a lot, so
Yeah.
I could definitely see getting something like that. Like the Ferrari, like I love Formula One and racing, and Ferrari just released their first fully electric vehicle, and it is terrible. And just how have you seen it? Do you know the reference I'm making?
No, but electric
It's awful.
vehicles.
It is. It is, and apparently it's because the batteries are so gigantic that they had to make it gigantic. But it is one of the ugliest cars I've ever seen, and Ferrari's stock dropped 10% the day after they released it. So this is a $500,000 electric vehicle, and it's just like destroyed them before
No
the
one's
car's even
getting it.
officially out.
No one's buying it.
Nobody's buying
Nobody.
that. Nobody's buying that because it's like already people that would drive a Tesla. A lot of them couldn't afford that. Well,
Yeah.
this one is like about 20 times more expensive.
Yeah.
So yeah, very weird.
I will say the only electric vehicle I like is like the EV Hummers.
Yeah, I like those too.
They're super cool, and you can do like the auto lifts on them.
That's
like
cool.
they have a switch where you can lift it like 6 inches if you want.
I actually really think Hummers are cool too. I think there was an era that they were kind of douchey seeming, but I don't feel that way now, and I think that they're really cool. I wonder what that era was that they were. I feel like it was because they were in certain movies, and it just made them look cheesy where they should look cool.
Yeah.
You also have a motorcycle, right?
Yeah.
Wow, so you just really are like living on the wild side of life.
Yeah.
That's a fair assessment,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know. I'm like, there's no point of like not trying and doing whatever.
It's very weird too because you're very soft-spoken, and I find that is common in life. I don't know why, but it's like for whatever reason, I find that people who are more, drawn to things extreme, skydiving are a lot of times more soft-spoken in life.
Yeah.
And then people like me that are really loud, it's like I just live this cushy, safest life.
You're like just normal.
I guess so. I guess I overcompensate with my loud voice. I don't know, but that is really interesting. I'm excited to ask you about the truck because I when I first moved here, that was one of my first observations. I came from Oklahoma, which I've said a lot of times here. I did not know that Tulsa was a diverse place until I moved to Springfield, Missouri. Yeah. And in the first week, I thought, a lot of white people here. That was like my first thought.
Yeah.
Then my second thought was like, wow, people are obsessed with Jeep Wranglers. That's
Jeep Wranglers, yeah, no.
Obsessed.
It's so bad. The
and
ducks.
That was my. And then I'm like, what? What are stupid ducks? Yeah, I'm not. I don't really like the Wranglers either. Like
I'm not a Jeep person.
And the lifted trucks, I was kind of 50-50 when I first moved here. Because the lit up. Did yours have lit up wheels? Wheel wells?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, so I wasn't sure how I felt about all that at the beginning, but I kind of like it. Well, I do like it now because I like people to just like be what they are.
Yeah.
And I kind of have realized that it's a thing in a way that I can respect much more, where I thought, once again, it seemed kind of like, in my mind, I thought, I'm not going to like anybody that's in that vehicle.
Yeah.
Then I met some people that are in it, and it's just like, oh, okay, this is just a different trend than would be in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's just a hobby.
Right. It's just not really a thing in Oklahoma. It's weird.
Yeah.
I never would have believed how different it actually is because it's Midwest as well. But there's actually a pretty big difference between here and there. You have a truck and you have a motorcycle. What kind of motorcycle do you have?
It's a Harley Breakout.
Cool. It's very low to the ground.
Yeah, it's cool.
I think I just if you've posted about it much, I mean, I just saw that, so I don't know if that was a new thing.
I got it last year.
Okay. I live right off Campbell, and people are so crazy on motorcycles on Campbell.
I know.
Like,
I mean, never ride on Campbell, like ever.
People, I'm talking, I don't know, a month ago or so, 2 people drove by me standing on their bikes.
Yeah.
That's
and
insane.
I'm guessing they were riding a crotch rocket.
Yes, they sure were.
It's them.
They sure were.
I swear.
They sure were.
The worst people on motorcycles and the ones that cause the worst accidents are the ones on crotch rockets.
That seems agreeable to me.
Like, I hear so many stories about like people on crotch rockets. Like, they're like, oh, like the crotch rockets are so dangerous. Motorcycles are so dangerous. I'm like, no, people on crotch rockets are stupid, and people on Harleys are smart because they have loud bikes and you can actually see them and hear them coming. And then the ones on Harleys are the ones that get hit. Crotch rocket riders are the ones that hit other people.
Yeah, that feels
because
right.
they're what are you doing?
Well, yeah, weaving through traffic on Campbell. And as a driver that's not on a motorcycle, I am in fear of it because I know somebody that pulled out, got hit by a bike, like you're saying. It was not his fault.
Yep.
They died, and it's like he has had such a tough time living with that.
Yep.
And it wasn't his fault at all.
Yep.
It was exactly what you're saying. And it just like exactly what you're saying.
Exactly.
A couple of streets over, we have some guys that fix these bikes, and so we hear a lot of them too. And they have a lot of the little kind of like
the
dirt
Groms?
bikes. What do you call those?
Grom.
Yeah, a lot of those. And there was one night on Campbell that the police had like a stake, I don't know what you would call it, but they were chasing everybody on those motorcycles down Campbell. And I mean, what's the wildest part was the motorcycles were getting away because they don't have tags or anything. They're like illegally driving on the street. So it's like if they can beat the cops, they actually get away.
Yep.
Anyways, that's very wild.
Yeah.
Your bike is really cool though. I like it a lot.
Thank you.
Okay, let me ask you this. How many tattoos do you have?
I don't know.
Okay, I wondered. I
literally
actually
have
thought
no
that's
idea.
what you were going to say.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you did this neck thing, how long ago was that?
I think like 2 years ago.
Do people look at you as if like you're extreme because of all your tattoos? Because the reason I ask that is because I feel like people have gotten much more used to tattoos. And I don't think that people immediately judge people because they have tattoos. The person I had on before you, it was Keith Cash. He's a rapper, and he has a lot of face tattoos. And so we talked about that as far as, and he was like, yeah, I get some early judgment because of it. But then people talk to me and they realize, oh, okay. So I wondered if you felt that as well as a very tattooed person.
I feel like it's not too bad, but because I'm more like heavily tattooed than just like an average person, because tattoos are more normal now.
For sure.
But not heavily tattooed people. Like, it's still like, whoa. Like to people when they see like someone heavily tattooed, and then they see me and I give off like a kind of a country vibe and a tattoo vibe and an athletic vibe, and they're like, it's more of like they're confused when they first see me. They like look at me like so confused.
See, and that's exactly why I wanted to interview you. That's what's interesting is I like mixed things together. Yeah. So you would say like kind of, but I just am always interested to ask questions like that because we can feel those things as people. You can tell when, you know, the 75-year-old woman like looks at you and then is like, you can feel that. Even though people don't think they're telegraphing their emotions, they are.
Yeah. I usually just smile at them and they're like, oh. And then they like smile back at me and I'm like,
That's cool. That's cool.
Or I say hi. I will literally go out of my way and be like, hey, how are you? And they're like, I'm like,
I was going to be very surprised if you had an answer to the tattoos because some of them are like kind of connected. So I'm like, how do you even know what's on your knuckles?
It's worship that hurts like hell, heals like heaven.
The knuckles, I have had several friends that have had to redo what they had on them.
Yeah.
They've so that one's good that it's not like FU or something, which I had a friend that had that in Tulsa.
Oh my god.
Just straight up across the knuckles. He fixed it, but it never didn't look like it said that. So
yeah, I'm like very religious. So a lot of my tattoos are to do with like God and anything like to do with.
Do you have a Rage Fitness tattoo?
I do.
I thought you
Right
did
there.
because I was going to ask you that, and I was like, I should see if I can guess, because I might guess how many. And I was like, I think that's a Rage Fitness tattoo. I think I want to have the guy that owns Rage Fitness on.
Sai.
Yeah, I've had several people suggest having him on.
So I'm like, me and him are like OG Rage. I started going to Rage when I was 14.
Wow.
Before Silas even owned it.
Oh, wow.
Was when Robin Hunter owned it. I was the first employee at Rage. So it's just been like me and Sai for a really long time. We've known each other for, I guess now 11 years.
That's some real homies right there.
Yeah. So we're like tight, but he's a great guy. Great business owner.
Well,
yeah.
you can be my in for him.
Yeah. I should have made him come with me.
Yeah, I really do. I had people suggest him, but the second I got it like a third time, I was like, okay, then he would be. And plus, people that are into Rage, it's kind of like a cult.
Yeah. That's what everybody says.
I know. That's like, because like it's like people like you have a tattoo. Like it's like people that are into it are into it.
Yeah, and a lot of random people, because we have like tattoo people at our grand opening all the time. Like for the grand opening for the one downtown, we had a guy that does tattoos, and then for Campbell, we also had someone doing tattoos. So the random people would come in and just get RF tattooed on them.
So it is literally like they set up, bring in a tattoo person. If you want a Rage Fitness tattoo, you can just get it like for free.
For free.
That is.
And so many people got it.
That's honestly hilarious.
It
the
is.
fact that people really, that's genius.
Yeah.
That shows, if there is anything that shows tattoo culture and how like normalized it is now, it's that.
Yeah.
That people are just like, yeah, let's just throw one on.
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Did they get like a discount or something?
No.
That
Absolutely
is.
Nothing.
Wow. Rage is doing something right. If people just want to, I'm going to suggest that to my wife. Like, you guys should have a party, and if they get a Hotworks tattoo, they get 50% off the first month.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that would be really good.
People would actually eat that up.
That's so
like actually.
I did not think that's what you were going to say when you started that sentence.
Oh,
that's
absolutely.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Like I said, people that are into it are really, really into it.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to some questions that are more what I would call the lightning round questions. What is your biggest pet peeve?
I was thinking about this earlier. When people ask me for advice and do the opposite.
That's a good one. That is a good answer.
Oh man, nothing will piss me off more.
Wow.
Yeah.
On that note, my wife, she worked at Jenny Craig before she went to Hotworks. Okay. And I was so excited for her to make that change because her life at Jenny Craig was that. It was telling people, and I mean, this failure rate was like 99%.
Yeah.
That's tough, like psychologically.
Yeah.
So at least with her working at a place that's uplifting, it just, that's way better. But watching her deal with that constantly was just like, wow, that would get annoying.
It is, yeah. It's frustrating.
But then you have other people. I see so many people that you'll reshare their things that are killing it, and that's awesome.
Oh, yeah.
That has to feel very, very fulfilling.
Yeah, most of my clients, they listen to me and they like believe everything I say to them, which is all true. Like, obviously, I'm not going to lead someone astray, and they know that. But it's more of like some new people that'll come to me, or just like random people at the gym when they're like, can I ask you advice? And I'm like, sure. And I'm always open to give advice. And then I tell them the answer to their question, and they're like, oh, thanks. Like, I'll definitely start doing that. And then I see them like months later, and I'm like, you definitely didn't start doing anything I told you. And they're like, oh, I've been doing that. I'm like, no, you haven't.
All right. So this was something else I had written down that I missed. What do you think is something about physical fitness that is just a really common thing that people misunderstand? Like something that just the average person doesn't get, that's very...
Macros.
Okay.
Do you know what macros are?
So like protein...
Carbs and fats.
I have
Nobody understands macros.
Okay.
I swear. Every person that comes to me, I'm like, have you ever counted macros? No. What's a macro? No idea.
It's only because of my wife that I know these things.
Exactly. And also that macros are calories. Nobody gets that. Do you know that?
I mean, yeah, just like the way that their calories is just like a number representing the amount of all of those mixed together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have to, this is like the quickest little breakdown. Your fats are 9 calories a piece. Your carbs are 4 calories a piece, and your protein is 4 calories a piece.
Oh, each single like gram?
Yep. 1
Okay.
gram.
So when we get into this, what's so insane is, first of all, the thing that I did not get till I met my wife is how much more your diet matters than
So much.
Like if you're wanting to look a certain way, the diet is most of it.
80% at least.
There you go.
Yep.
And basically I've learned since I met my wife to just at the very least stay. I don't really ever gain weight now. Like I've learned like the second I feel like, oh, my clothes are a little tighter, it's just like, okay, they probably are. Like you're eating too much sugar or whatever the thing is. But the craziest thing when I started doing the scanning and stuff at Supplement Superstore last year and really started understanding it, tracking macros, like you said, is you're supposed to eat, like I'm 240 pounds. That means I'm supposed to eat like around 240 grams of protein a day. Is that a little too high? Still like about 200 maybe.
For men, I think that's sufficient, but for women, absolutely not.
They shouldn't go that high?
No.
Okay.
I think if like a woman is like trying to like feel her best and she's in the gym a couple days a week, like 0.5 per pound of body weight, so like half per pound of body weight is what she should be eating. But if she's like really trying to strength train and go crazy in the gym, I say like 3/4 per pound of body weight.
Okay.
Is what you should do.
But like 200 grams of protein a day is a lot.
Yeah.
Until like you realize how much it put into perspective how little protein I was eating.
Yeah.
That's what it really did. Because it's like, I think on average I was probably eating 100 grams maybe. I mean, you just, until you track that stuff, you just don't realize how little nutrients a lot of the things you eat actually have.
And you're like, no wonder I feel so frail and weak all the time. Yeah.
And then so that's a really good one. You're gonna hear first. What is something you think's overrated?
You're gonna hate me for this.
Oh, hold on, Margaret. I think what you're gonna say.
Yeah, can you guess?
Oh, I just know. Having a podcast.
No.
I was like, how brutal is this gonna be?
Reality TV.
Wow.
Like reality TV shows, like Love Island.
Gosh, that is not what I was expecting you to say.
I hate it.
But like, I don't consider Gladiator really reality TV.
No, I'm talking about like Love Island TV shows.
Okay. I was making sure you weren't just dissing on your own thing.
No.
Okay. Because yours, that is, but it's not what you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about like drama reality TV.
Love Island is...
Please, God, someone take
the
reality.
only thing worse than that is Love is Blind, because Love is not
It's so bad.
That one is so painful.
Or how
to
about
me.
like that, like a 30-day fiance or whatever it is, 90-day fiance.
Naked date. Literally, there is a reality show where people get naked and meet each other and go on a date. How is that real?
I don't know.
But it is. And
I'm
it
like,
clearly was
this
successful.
is the world we're living in.
Yeah.
I'm like, get me out of here.
Love Island is somewhat entertaining in a train wreck kind of way, but yeah, it's just
because people are obsessed with drama.
Yes. Well, it goes right back to the beginning. The worst thing you can be on reality TV is boring.
Yeah.
Like all of the people that are famous from reality TV, most of them are jerks, honestly, because that really translates well. Yeah, reality TV is pretty lame, but I mean, I do like it. Love is Blind is the worst, though, to me, because love is not blind. You have to be attracted to the other person.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
And the funniest one to me, too, is where the girl compared herself to Megan Fox in the time where they're not looking, and that was not like, why would you like compare yourself to somebody that's synonymous with hotness?
Yeah.
The guy was pretty disappointed when he saw that was reality TV.
Hilarious.
That's a good answer, because it is actually, it's hard to come up with these. I sent these to you in advance because it's very hard to come up with these answers just right off the top of your head.
I just looked at them before I came in.
Good.
I was like,
I'm a little insulted, but not to, no, I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm not insulted at all. What's something you judge people for that you now do yourself? I suppose that's more of like an age question about like maturing.
I thought about that one. I don't really have an answer for that
you know what's
either.
funny is I always try to come up with my own answers for these.
Yeah, what's
and
your answer on that?
I would say my most recent one that I can think of is really caring about coffee. Like, oh, this is such a great, like going to coffee shops. Where now later in life, a good cup of coffee, there is a difference.
I have a good one.
Okay, let's hear it.
I drink matcha now. I have like a whole little matcha bar at my house and stuff.
A matcha. Yeah, that's cringy.
Because
yeah, that's bad.
because before
oh my gosh.
I know I'm
Shouldn't
like
admit
okay,
that.
listen.
No, I'm kidding.
I'm a coffee girl, but I love matcha.
Okay.
And as soon as I heard for like how good it is for gut health,
okay,
and like how much better I've felt on it, but like not drinking coffee and drinking matcha. I used to be like, oh my god, like people that drink matcha just want attention because it tastes like grass. And now I'm like, I love matcha. Like everywhere I go, I'm like, I need to find the best matcha. I'm like a matcha snob. I'm like, it's so
the gut health stuff though. I started taking like the super greens. Supplement Superstore, all of that stuff I thought was so stupid until I started using some of that stuff. And I'm like, you can't put your finger on, well, I feel this way because of it, but there's a difference.
Yeah.
When you get into like taking
massive difference.
Vitamins and like having enough greens and these type of things, like there is a difference.
I take like my supplement stack is like this big.
I believe that because mine is pretty big and I can't even
huge.
fathom what you're taking.
Yeah.
So I can't really laugh. My the stuff that's like in the deepest parts of my lungs that I can't even hear. The second I start to laugh, I can like feel it in there.
And you're
so
like,
I
no.
can't just like, well, it's just, it would like make me probably like cough if I laughed. It's so weird. I guess I haven't been laughing much the last few days because I never even noticed it.
Oh no.
I promise I'm not going to get you sick. Like this is.
I have a really strong immune system.
And like I said, it's just somebody told me like this is going to stick around forever on a certain level, and it just really has. So
that's a placebo effect.
I don't know if I should have gone and gotten on like a Z-Pack or something. That's what I don't know. Is if I
swear when someone tells you like, oh, this is going to happen to you, or like this is going to stick around, or you're going to feel this way when you're sick, it makes it so much worse.
I believe in that.
I swear the placebo effect. It's so real.
Oh, it's real.
And you're having it right now.
It's real because like I have that thing, white coat disease, or that's not what it's called. It's like when they're taking your blood pressure, it spikes because you're like nervous.
Okay.
Like it's like a thing where you see the doctor and then
I think that's just called you're like nervous. I think you're just nervous.
Well, no, there is
anxiety.
a name.
I think that's called anxiety.
Well, of course that's what it's called, but there is a specific thing called white coat syndrome, or that's not what it's called. I'm gonna look so stupid now, but there is something, and I'm gonna go find it and I'm gonna flash it on the screen right now, and I'm gonna look so smart then. I don't think it's gonna play out. Anyway,
I'll be impressed.
Wait till it's on there.
I'll be impressed.
If I don't find it, I'm going to call myself out. So one of the two is going to happen. All right. My last question. I don't feel like you probably watch much TV or movies though.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you do.
Yeah,
you make some
I
time
like
for
to
that.
relax.
Good. What's your favorite movie?
You're gonna be shocked by this. Labyrinth, like the really old movie with David Bowie.
Wow. Yeah, that's really random. That is really random. I like it.
I have a bunch of quotes from Labyrinth on my leg and stuff from my tattoos.
Really? Like tattooed? Mm-hmm. That is... How? How did you get into that?
It's the first movie I ever remember watching as a kid.
Okay.
Like, I know exactly where I was. I know exactly what I was doing and exactly how, like, the movie made me feel. And I just became obsessed with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder what mine... I really remember Willy Wonka because it just was like a trailer or something on Prime, your network. And I really remember that one. So that's interesting. And then Neverending Story. But Labyrinth, man, I haven't...
Story.
And they remade that, right?
Labyrinth?
Did they not?
No.
Oh.
I hope
Good.
not. They don't need
I know
to.
they shouldn't do it.
You can't bring David Bowie back. He's gone.
No, they all right, so Labyrinth, what's your favorite TV show?
This might surprise you also. Any cooking show. I love cooking shows.
You know what doesn't, though, after talking to you for an hour, is I think you just are kind of in your own lane. That's what I feel like I've learned about you.
Yeah, I just do whatever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's
I do what I want.
the thing I like most of. I definitely am that way. I mean, I have stuffed animals and
Oh, yeah. I'm
weird
like looking around like, what's going
stuff.
on up here?
And I just am who I am. I
Yeah.
like it. So all of my favorite people, kind of the weirder the better. If people just are themselves,
I agree.
I am down for like, and unless being yourself is like mean or
Yeah.
like obviously not that, but if you're
Yeah.
nice and you're doing your thing, like more power to you.
Exactly.
Like I'm into whatever as long as you're not treating people bad.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Abby, this has been really, really fun. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
If there's something that got forgotten, maybe someday we'll do another one.
Yeah.
I guess, American Gladiator season 2 was not confirmed or denied. It was kind of confirmed, in my opinion, by the way that it was not answered.
I'm going to not answer anything.
Right. She didn't answer. That's
didn't
my own
answer.
thoughts.
Yeah.
That is my own thoughts. She kept that very private.
Yep. Yep.
It's my psychology background that is making my own
Assumptions.
It's a perfect word to describe it. And then you are also Savannah Bananas. You can see her with the firefighters.
Yep.
And then the last one, wow, this is a bad last list. You'd think I hadn't sat here and talked to you for an hour the way I couldn't come up with this stuff. And then a very, very successful trainer. You can hit her up at Abigail Lay Fit on Instagram. Other socials the same?
Yeah.
Okay. You can hit her up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could get some personal training.
That's right.
That's right. You heard it here first. So if you
Yep.
want to get trained, I mean,
What are you
she's
waiting
an
for?
American Gladiator.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good accolade. I mean, you really had to think when that happened, like, wow, this is going to help my other part of my career.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I was like, I had no idea. Like, I didn't even think I was going to be in like the movie and the TV industry. And then when they messaged me, I was like, maybe I do. I was like, maybe I do want to do that.
Modern, the synergy of social media and multiple lanes.
Yeah.
But then the weird catch of that is finding a niche, which is what we were talking about earlier. So it's like this very hard thing of like having multiple irons in the fire, but them all being in a somewhat similar lane.
Yep.
That's the big challenge. So
Yep.
I think you have really lined it up. You need to do the challenge.
Okay.
I really hope you're on it.
Okay.
And someday that I can use the clip where I'm telling you how much you should do it.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, wow, that guy's a good predictor.
Yeah.
And I'm going to use that as my giant segue. So I'm
Yep,
counting on you.
that's your lane.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm counting on you to get on there. So
Perfect.
It is my favorite show of all time, The Challenge. So
Okay.
at least go watch it. I promise you're gonna like it.
I'll go watch
you're
it.
You're gonna be hooked on
And
it.
then
So
hopefully I'll be on it. So
that's right.
We'll see.
All right, Abby. Thank you so much for being on the episode. Let's wave at the camera. Goodbye.
Bye.